you do offer up a solution in the piece, which I think we also have some disagreement over, perhaps, which is that safe storage laws are a better solution in this case for, I guess, holding parents accountable when children get unsupervised access to firearms and then use them to kill people, specifically in this case. First off, can you just say why you think that would be a better solution than these charges that the Crumblies are facing?
I'm worried about the creep of a broad principle that parents can be held accountable for the criminal acts of their children. That is my principal animating worry in this setting. The relative advantage, and I want to stress that I don't come out and endorse safe storage laws. I say that they are compared to what I regard as a very dangerous expansion of criminal liability, something that is more cabins. They are tied to specific failures on the part of parents that cause to keep guns stored and secured, that cause shootings by a child or the shooting of a child. So instead of worrying about the possibility that the failure of on the part of a parent to intervene in his son's gang behavior is going to lead to criminal liability if the kid beats somebody up in the context of a gang initiation, at least you have something that is tethered to a specific failure that is relevant to the problem of mass shootings that we're trying to address in this setting. So without endorsing the safe storage laws, which exist in about 30 states, including the District of Columbia, and which Michigan is probably going to reconsider, I suggest that the relative risk of harm is less.
I see. So, because obviously you could make the same point here that we've been talking about all along about how this would be accomplished in practice or how it would be carried out in practice, and it would probably have a disproportionate impact on minorities even still, even though it's more focused. But I suppose you're just saying that in this case, that's a better option than creating a wholesale principle about parents' responsibility for their children's criminal actions. I'm of two minds on it. Obviously, if you're a gun owner and a parent, you should keep your firearms inaccessible to your children. But usually, in most cases, it seems to me that adding a criminal responsibility on top of the parents' responsibility, because most mass shootings are quite rare. School shootings remain rare. Obviously, we'd all would want them to be zero, just like we'd want all violence to go to zero. And there's plenty of debate to be had over how to get to that point. But I always, whenever I think of safe storage laws, beyond the fact that they often would burden people who don't have children and really aren't the business of anyone but that person inside their home, I wonder how much of a deterrent it really is to charge a parent after their kid has killed themselves with a gun that they left unlocked. Like how much added deterrence is that? I mean, probably keeping your children alive would be the deterrent to leaving your guns unsecured or keeping your child from, in this case, committing a horrible act of, just murder, but maybe worse than, it's just an unimaginable act like this. So, but at the same time, it's also, when I look at the charges against them, certainly I do very much sympathize with your point of view on this, as far as creating this new principle and the effects that that's going to have down the line. But you obviously, when you look at the facts of this case, and most people think, well, these parents, something should be done to these parents. They were that wildly irresponsible. Immediately, they had an immediate. And again, your point about this is what the prosecutors are saying, and I don't know that I fully buy what the prosecutors are saying, because why did the school not do more in that case as well? That's very odd that the school had these notes and these warnings and let him go back to why would that be something the school would allow? Right. In addition to something that the parents would allow, obviously. And why did no one search his backpack?
Right.
So on and so forth. There's a lot of questions that remain unanswered. But if it turns out to be true, certainly the parent, we all, I'm sure, feel the parents in this situation were horrifically irresponsible to the point where we would like to see something done about it. I guess but to your point again, it's something that you have to consider the consequences down the line of that.